Hello, fourth graders. Part of our work this week is comparing large numbers. This is our third new concept for the week. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I work through comparing numbers and also give you a game that you can play if you have a deck of cards at home. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you a couple of example problems of things that you will encounter this week in your work. All right, so when we start looking at large numbers, we're going to be comparing numbers in the thousands, the 10,000s, the 100,000s, and even into the millions maybe this week, depending on what assignment you choose. Okay. I am hoping that you've already been through your place value lesson so that you know exactly what all these digits represent. So I'm looking at these two numbers on the top of my screen here, and I know that they are numbers in the thousands. I see my comma is kind of my big clue, but if I'm looking, I have ones, tens, hundreds, and then thousands. Now, for place value, I need to start and really look at the largest number first. And that, in this case, that largest number is in the thousands. I'm going to actually use my two fingers to help me with this. And it's the nice way to do this. If you can just do it with your eyeballs, you can. But if you are looking for like that visual help, I use my fingers when I'm comparing numbers as well. Okay, so we're going to go one digit at a time and one place value slot at a time to figure out which of these is greater than the other. And if there's not one that's greater, there you will end up being equal. So I'm going to look at my digits in the thousands place. I see I have 9 in both, representing 9,000. So they are the same. I'm going to move to the next place. So I have a 4 and a 6. Now, these are different, so I automatically need to make a decision. Is 4 greater than 6 or 6 greater than 4? In this case, I know that 6 is greater than 4. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this accordingly. So that means, in this case, that 9,462 is less than 9,642 because I went place by place with my fingers and I found that the 9s were the same. And then I got to that hundreds digit, and 600 is greater than 400. Going down on to the next problem, I'm going to look at numbers in the 10,000s this time. I see I have 23,487 and 28,734. I need to determine which one's greater. Once again, I'm going to use my pointer fingers and go one place at a time. So I'm going to look in the 10,000s place. I see that I have 20,000, that 2 represents 20,000, and this 2 represents 20,000. They are the same number, so I'm going to move to the next place. The next place is in the thousands. I have a 3 that represents 3,000 and an 8 that represents 8,000. So because these digits are different, I need to compare. Is 3,000 less than 8,000? Yes, it is. So automatically this 8 here in that digit means that once again, I have a less than symbol. So this number sentence will read 23,487 is less than 28,734. Moving on to my next numbers. This is quite large. It looks like I have numbers in the 100,000s this time. So once again, I'm going to use my fingers and go place by place. Remember, you don't have to use yours unless you want to. Some people can track easier with their eyes. So I have 700,000 and 700,000. They're the same. Moving on. I have 2 zeros in the 10,000s. They are the same. I have to move on. 2 5s, a 5,000 and a 5,000. They are the same. I'm going to move on. I have a 1 in the hundreds place in both, representing 100. I will move on. I have a 2 in both tens places, representing 20 and 20. They are the same, so I will move on. I'm coming to my last digit in the ones. I have a 6 and a 6. They are the same. So I have every single number that's the same in these two numbers, so that means they are equal. Last but not least, I have another set of numbers in the 100,000s. I have 101,835 and 101,538. I need to determine which one is greater. I have my 1 in the 100,000s place, same. 0 in the 10,000s place, same. I have my 1 in the thousands place, that's the same. And then in the hundreds place, I have an 8 and a 5. My 8 represents 800. My 5 represents 500. I know that 800 is greater than 500. So I'm going to mark my greater than less than like this. And my number sentence now reads 101,835 is greater than 101,538. If you're looking for a game to play at home, I was thinking this would be kind of a fun one if you are a fan of the game War. So War is a pretty easy game. If you remember, War usually is when you and your partner have a card and you flip it over to see which one's greater. Okay, so 5 and 4, the 5 would win and keep the cards. Okay, well, in this case, place value is a little bit different. I was thinking it would be kind of fun if you set up a War game where you put down 3 cards. Okay, so I had a 4, 9, and 3. So that would read 493. Okay, if I was playing with a partner, oops, and I forgot to take that 10 out, and they had 597, we would then take a look which number is greater, and we would go place by place. So it's 597 greater than 493? Yes. So the person that put down 597 would win and keep the cards. And then you would do it all again. Okay, so my partner would draw, and I forgot to mention you need to take out 10 higher, and I did not do that. So 688, and then I would put down 593. Which one's greater? Unfortunately, my partner would win. 688, 593, keep them, and they would go over to my partner. So that is a game you could play if you are looking to just brush up on that comparing numbers. That would be a fun one, and only requires a deck of cards. You would need to take out 10 and all the face cards, and then if you wanted to keep the ace in there, you would just need to know that ace represents 1. All right, so that is comparing numbers for the week. Use that greater than, less than, and if you remember that funny trick from probably primary, so maybe even 1st or 2nd grade. Remember that alligator always likes to eat the bigger number. So just make sure that if your bigger number's over here, that your alligator, it has its mouth open to that side. And that's how you remember that greater than, less than. All right, that's it for new videos for the week. You can look forward to some addition practice in the following week.